Welcome back to Watch With Us, everyone. This is me, your host, Harry. We're still waiting on my guest, Dave, or co-host, I guess you'd technically call Dave. He's here for most of them, especially for the Star Trek ones anyway. So I'm just gonna stall here for a little bit. We're watching more Star Trek when Dave gets here. Episode 20. We're almost to the end of the first season. Arsenal of Freedom, I believe this one is called. I got a lava lamp yesterday at a Secret Santa, and it's just starting to be lava. I plugged it in an hour ago-ish. So yeah, that's what I'm watching here. Oh, there's Dave. Only had to stall for a minute and a half. I've only been on it for a minute and a half. I just started talking about the stupid lava lamp I got yesterday for the Secret Santa. Do you remember what's the next episode?
No, I don't.
Arsenal of Freedom.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, episode 20. We only got 5 episodes left
In the season.
So it'll be like the first week of January-ish.
Yeah.
That we get. That would be like the last episode, season
Yeah.
finale of season 1.
It's like
Depending on
mid-January would be
what
first.
we do for Christmas. So we might do like a 2-episode or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
For Christmas or. I think I'm working New Year's. And I'll probably end up at a party or something like that, so I don't know if we'll be doing anything for that. But so yeah. Probably the first episode of the new year of 2017 will be the last episode of season 1. Oh yeah, I think we're fine when it's just the 2 of us, but when we get more people in the room, I might need to turn the mic up a little bit.
Yeah, because not everybody's like the same distance.
Yeah, and not everybody has mic voice like we do.
And it's
most
fine.
of the time.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine if you're loudest. It's your fucking show.
Yeah, and I gotta fucking hold down on the fucking laughter. Because again, I got mic voice and I'm closest to the mic,
Like,
and I laugh and it
overrun
just
everyone.
pierces the voice. It's the loudest thing in the track. Fuck. Okay, so I'll start the. I wish I could start this paused. There's got to be a setting.
Yeah, it'll be in settings.
So we got that at 0. It's on the screen. Got Arsenal of Freedom loaded up here.
Muted. Good to go.
Got the subtitle tag on. I'll pull that up. Okay. I'm never really 100% on that fucking timer, but
Close enough.
yeah. Okay. Nice, pretty green planet. It's amazing how much Star Trek goes with the whole Star Wars ethos of one ecology on every planet.
Yeah, it's a whole planet of everything.
This is the
This is
jungle
the fourth planet.
Yeah, yeah. The Ewoks live
It's not
here.
every planet has everything.
Yeah.
Like in real life. Unless Earth is like some sort of unique fucking oddball planet that has every ecosystem.
Yeah. Because that's the way planets work.
Yeah. Not every side is equally close to the sun.
There we go.
You know, they quit saying like standard orbit fucking later in this series. You never hear it. Like by Voyager. Oh, maybe. Maybe they say it in Voyager.
I don't know. I think that it just becomes like...
Because in the original series, it was like almost every episode.
Yeah, and Chakotay needs something to do. So that he's always like, set the standard orbit of blah, blah, blah.
Well, he's first officer, right?
Yeah.
You gotta give the orders.
But I mean, like...
Picard's the idea man.
Did he wasn't really like the first officer like Riker was.
No.
He didn't man the away teams all the time, did he?
And Chakotay did a lot of shit on his own. He'd just walk up to people's fucking consoles and be like,
Yeah.
fucking Riker's like, do this, do this, do this. And Picard's so removed from actually doing anything. He only does shit when shit has hit the fan.
Yeah, Picard never gets up off the chair.
You know you're in trouble when.
This is probably the first time in the first season that he ends up beaming down to a planet and doing something significant for most of the episode. Like, the rest of the time it's like him in a room talking to somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, he goes down to save Crusher in this one.
Some guy named Les
Broken
Landry
ankle.
directed this episode. And Gene Roddenberry's got a credit on this one. This smacks of Roddenberry.
This,
It doesn't surprise me at all.
It's like a moral story
Yeah, exactly.
about arms deals.
Richard Manning did the teleplay with
It's
Hans
like even
Belmer.
it's kind of like how the
Denver?
U.S. made makes, or not the U.S. makes, but the world makes cluster munitions against the law, and even if you make them against the law, you still have decades of repercussions from arms wars
because they made so many.
They made so many. Yeah, maybe closer to the AK-47 than fuck cluster bomb moral.
It amazes me how many
countries that they're only fucking
how
like
many
half their
story
GDP comes
credits
from making guns.
The story credits a show gets, like, 2 people made the teleplay, 2 people did the story. Roddenberry got a fucking credit. There's 2 executive story editors.
It's kind of like the fucking. It's kind of like the yeah, but that's kind of the difference between older stuff and the new movies is when you've got like a room full of writers, like fucking 8, 9.
I guess they all get a credit even if they're in the room at the time.
Yeah, but I mean, like, this is like one writer writes it, and then it's more like they're bouncing ideas between each other. Yeah. Meanwhile, in a new movie, you can kind of see. That's why the new movies are like mishmashes of too many fucking ideas because there's like 8 people in the room.
Yeah.
Like,
or somebody wrote it and then hands it off to somebody else,
and then they chop it up.
They get the credit, but they don't really influence the final product.
Because even here, like, that's why you see some of the arguments from the Star Trek episodes be like, well, I wrote most of it, and then blah, 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 and they didn't like it, so...
Yeah. Or I pitched
this was my idea.
I pitched this years ago, and then somebody else brought it up years later and kind of took it over, and blah, blah, blah.
Because even in that Star Trek documentary, they talk about one of the scripts where they fucking didn't credit one of the chicks for it.
Oh, well, they did that a lot, though, didn't they? Didn't they have people in the room that today would get credit for stuff, but back then it was just like, no, it was just the one person.
Yeah, she was in the office, and she had some good ideas.
Yeah, but
the writers got the credits.
And in her case, all the ideas were the good ones, and she was writing them, basically.
Yeah.
And they were just like, well, no.
Yeah, they were just...
Your title is...
Yeah, it was like you and me shooting the shit in a room, and then the chick has to put it all together.
Her title would have been just, like, staff writer or whatever, and they didn't get credits back then. They were just paid weekly salaries.
Yeah, that's right. You don't get title for making no money. But I did so much work.
God damn it.
Obligatory fucking...
I'm gonna have to make you stall now. Go ahead.
Obligatory fucking intro looks nice comment.
Oh, yeah.
Can't get over that CG. Well, the sprucing up anyways of film. And Gates McFadden as Ankley McTwisty.
What's that guy's name?
No, I was saying Gates McFadden, the Dr. Crusher. Ankley McTwisty in this episode.
Oh, yeah. Ankley McTwisty. This guy's in a bunch of shit, but I can never remember his name. The hologram.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he shows up in all sorts of stuff, especially sci-fi.
This IMDb page is bullshit. There we go. Vincent something.
Right, Vincent
Chiavelli?
Yeah, it just said his name.
Did he just say his name?
I just waiting for the credits.
I should just be watching it. And this is like standard original series Planet. Like,
yeah. This is a soundstage, clearly.
Well, and it's just like so piss poor.
Yeah.
They just painted styrofoam and was like, it's rocks.
Yeah. Oh, I miss styrofoam rocks. If we slow it down, it looks like it's real heavy.
Like my fucking grandmother has really looking plants in her fucking house.
Yeah. I haven't watered anything in 30 years.
No, I meant because they're all fake.
She hasn't had to water anything in 30 years.
Oh, the shower heads.
What kind of planet is like shooting smoke out of it that you should be walking on? We're standing on a volcano.
Are they trying to make that look like mist in the planet, or no? This is like volcanic activity. This planet that would be so poisonous to them if shit was pouring out of the ground like that.
Yeah.
That is super nerdy nitpick, but
rocks melting gives you off some pretty cancerous shit.
Yeah. That's one big gun.
See, it'd be cooler if it was like it's weird how they're like, oh, this technology is beyond ours. It'd be cooler if it was like, this shit hasn't been around in fucking who knows how long.
Oh yeah, that's what they
lasers.
They usually go overboard. I find with the amount of races that are gone now that were so much more powerful than us.
Yeah,
it's kind of a joke. Yeah. Like it should be. Oh, we found a more efficient way to make this. Like 2 centuries ago.
Yeah.
This is like a quaint thing. It's still destructive as hell, and like will do a crazy amount of damage, but it doesn't cause as much power. We don't need to use as much power to make these things, and they're smaller now.
And they don't burn out as much or something like that.
They're still deadly as hell, but they're 200 years
old. Or
if
more so, and perhaps to the user.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, the radiation or something like that. Like.
Yeah, before we found out about this, and then we had to put shielding on it.
Well, in some modern war, didn't they use like irradiated bullets or something like that? And like the soldiers that used them came back with like weird radiation.
We still use uranium-tipped bullets, but they're all depleted.
That's what I mean. Like the first generation of them or whatever weren't as good as the ones now. Or is that a conspiracy theory that I'm thinking of that blames
maybe.
Gulf War syndrome on uranium-tipped bullets?
Yeah, because the Gulf War didn't have chemical weapons or anything already deployed. I think like even if you go with the technology wasn't as good for the weapons, that these hologram things, that still works. Yeah, and the little things flying around with phasers on them, that still works.
Like if the Federation employed a full-scale invasion of a planetary body, they would be totally using those drone things.
Yeah. Well, or maybe once you seize control.
When they described like this in DS9, like the siege of 348 or whatever, and they were talking about like hoppers and stuff, and it was like Vietnam, and I was like, no, that's not how the Federation fights a ground war.
Orbital bombardment.
Yeah, and like there'd be like they wouldn't be actual like troop carriers. There'd be like drone strikers and like drop capsules and transporter bases, like transporter like torpedoes. You'd fire a torpedo into an area.
Human life is very precious. We're not the Klingons.
Yeah, but I mean, you wouldn't like travel down in a future-looking Huey helicopter.
That's what pissed me off in the movie.
You fire a photon torpedo with a bunch of fucking transporter arrays on it, and then a bunch of security teams would appear as soon as the torpedo landed. Like,
it'd be like more like shock troop fucking.
The creativity's the creativity's gone.
We would have learned from Hitler already a long time ago.
Yeah.
And that's what pissed me off though in the movies about like things like the captain's yacht. In the four-wheeler, I'm like, no, the Federation doesn't need any of these things. No. They have fucking shuttlecraft, fucking transporters, like...
The transporters are never utilized.
That makes shit fucking so irrelevant. The fact that you have transporters alone...
And, like...
Like, I guess you would have some landing craft for the situations that arise where you can't do it, but you wouldn't be using them all the time. They would be extremely special case. Like, special forces would use that. That was it.
The fact that the second somebody in combat, somebody's shields goes down, that, like, a bunch of fucking explosives don't get transported into their warp core, it boggles my mind. Like, you'd have somebody on standby and you'd be like, their shields are down, and they'd click a button and
that's what O'Brien in the transporter room would be fucking waiting for.
You're like, oh yeah, transporter torpedo right on their bridge. Bam! Like, and why does that make him immobile? By putting a shield around him like that? It's like stasis?
Yeah, it's a stasis field or something they're calling it. Well, maybe because you're trying to sell weapons, you don't want to kill your customer, you just want to capture them first. Yeah. Like, in case they try to get the drop on you. No, but I mean, like,
why doesn't it just create a force field around him and you can, like, move around inside? Be like, what the hell? I can't move. Why does it bother putting him into stasis?
Makes you sound like a little girl. Your comrade's just laughing so hard they can't even help you.
He's in there for hours, crumpled up at the bottom of this little tube. Piston shit himself.
Guys, I really gotta go. Well, guess what? Maybe that's the point of the stasis. It takes care of the I have to go to the bathroom problem of prisonership.
Yeah. Oh, this girl's in a few episodes.
Yeah, she is.
Whenever the Data is not there, she comes in.
It's kind of weird. It's like They had an idea to set up more of a crew, you know what I mean? Maybe they were planning on knocking off more characters.
I think they were planning on having a actual stable background crew, like a roster of people that you always saw. Well, they did. They had O'Brien. They had the nurse. What's her face?
Yeah.
Her Barkley. Second. They had Barkley for so many years. I think they were trying to do that all the time, and they failed. Not Yar. Ro.
Yeah. They could have almost had like spin-off
episodes. Actually, Ro would have been a main character, I guess, when she was involved.
Ro would have been badass.
She took over for Wesley.
She was so much more better suited for tactical anyways.
Yeah, she was...
She would have been like, what are you doing in this department?
She really was, like, slap in the face to Yar. Like, she was just the new Yar. They were like, but she's not human and she didn't grow up on a great planet.
Bajoran.
Yeah, she's a pissed off Bajoran woman and she's not human. That's the only thing they changed from her story. They just scratched out Yar and human.
What time period would this be relative to the fucking Bajoran War? The Cardassian occupation?
It would be going on right now, right? The Federation the Federation Cardassian War is over.
But the occupation
the occupation is still going on. Yeah.
So she's a refugee then, pretty much.
At this point, I think it was like you remember the treaty they came up with that gave Federation planets to them? Yeah. That's what happened at the end of the war. They set up a border, and there are certain planets that have Bajorans on it, Cardassian planets that have Bajorans on it, that are now free in Federation space. So those are refugee colonies where other Bajorans have come to start fucking.
And they would probably negotiate a trade. Like, you obviously don't want to deal with all these Bajorans. We'll take them off your hands.
And then 2 years from now, they renegotiate that border, and they end up giving Cardassian human planets that have human colonies on.
Yeah. See, that's why World War II was fucked, because the rest of the world could have been like, just give us your Jews. If you're gonna fucking kill them all.
Well, that's. A lot of countries.
But everybody was racist.
Yeah, a lot of countries did the opposite. A lot of countries did the opposite.
Well, there was the States shipped the boats away.
I was going to say there was a few boats that showed up on North America's shores, and they said, no, you can't come in here, and they had to go.
Well, they should have been the exact opposite stance.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get about the UN. They should be the fucking, like, a fake country, completely made up country that, well, all countries are made up, but that takes in the refugees and then makes them, like, world citizens.
I don't get why the Vatican.
You're like, oh, you're stateless? You're stateless? Guess what? You're not.
The Vatican would convert so many people if they did that. They're like, yeah, we're like a fake country. Come on in.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's a good way to piss off the other religions. Oh. Twisty McAnkle face.
Are you? Oh, I was gonna say, are you covering her in sand? But he's digging her out.
Well, I did it to Jack. I can do it to Beverly.
One more crusher down. One to go.
Well, this isn't what I was planning, but
it'd be 2 crushers down, 1 to go.
1 to go. Who might be half.
Did they both fall down that goddamn hole? How did she get so fucked and him not?
No, I think he repelled.
No, Data fucking repels and they're amazed that he doesn't get all busted up.
Picard talked his way down. like Professor X levitation, except he's got a speech as he's doing so. That seems like a dilly of a pickle you're in. That reminds me of a time. He just starts floating in the academy.
That scratch on the head's not bad.
Yeah, that's more like.
No, I mean the makeup for a late 80s
TV show. Yeah, not movie, TV. Is this the first episode where you actually get to see like a close up of the fucking phaser?
I think it's the first episode where they like all have one. Like I think a few episodes she has one and the rest of them just have because she's security. Phasers aren't standard issue, which is
And the tricorders get a revamp too, but
I can't remember the first time we see a tricorder.
they changed mostly the fucking that indented part in the tip. They cleaned that up. They add some paint.
Ooh, is this Geordie's first time in the sea?
That's cool. Oh, cool! This is B Team right now. Yeah, see, this is what they were trying to do.
This is total like C Team shit.
Oh shit! This isn't what you want.
There's only two
We're
bridge
C-Team.
officers left on the fucking screen, on the bridge, and they're the lowest ranking bridge officers.
And the counselor.
Yeah. What would her rank be right now? She goes for her commander fucking bullshit by the end of it, but that's like, you know, if you put your time in the army, you just eventually become a sergeant. They just promote you because you have so many months.
The ship's comfort girl.
Essentially, yeah.
Except into the future, it just doesn't mean the same thing as it does in the past.
No. This is the episode. Oh no. Is it Crusher that's commanding in the episode with the Borg? Who's commanding the Enterprise when Locutus comes back with the Borg?
Riker.
No, he's down the planet with Hugh.
Oh, that episode.
Yeah. It's Crusher, right?
Yeah.
Crusher's in command, which is again stupid.
Holy slick
Could you-
back.
Could you imagine any episode where Bones takes command of the Enterprise?
Oh, here we're having a fucking
Pissing contest, yeah.
yeah.
He's one of the interchangeable chief of engineers in
Yeah.
the first like 2 seasons until he gets the job.
Geordie gets him axed later.
And then I'm pretty sure as soon as he gets promoted to
He's like, remember that fucking argument you got with me on the bridge? Guess what? You're fired.
yeah. As soon as he gets promoted to chief engineer, he never takes command of the Enterprise again, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like, stuck in the lower deck. Which is weird because Scotty took command of the Enterprise originally. All the time.
Oh, he was third in command.
Yeah.
He was the highest ranking after Spock. That's why you never saw Bones take command of the Enterprise. That'd be hilarious. I'm not a captain, I'm a... Wait.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor, not a captain.
Starship captain. What should we do?
Oh god, he
We
just
should
called him
invert the
Geordie.
blah blah. I don't know what any of that means.
LaForge gets shit on constantly in this series. He is a badass. I saw him on a few live streams doing some Reading Rainbow shit.
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking funny. Uncensored on the internet, old LeVar Burton.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, LeVar
pretty
Burton's
funny.
fucking kick-ass.
Yeah. I think they're doing like online show or something now.
Yeah.
They like bought the rights from PBS or something, or because it's PBS, no one owns
Well,
the
they
rights.
sold it
it's
off.
public access. No, I think just because it was created by PBS.
Well, isn't
that-
somebody making new episodes now?
No, I don't think PBS is, but I think LeVar Burton is,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
the reason he can do it is because it is a public access property, so anybody can use it. Like it's not PBS can't sue anybody for using their shit because they get money from everybody to make their shit. Nobody owns it. Essentially, I think that's the way they're getting around it anyway.
Yeah, he pretty much is the prince of fucking public television.
Oh yeah, like Ken Burns. Him and Ken Burns are right up there.
Bill Nye.
Didn't Bill Nye had his own cable show? Wasn't it? Or a network show? Wasn't it like a actual?
It was on TV over here.
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh, it's American though.
yeah, it was like
was it
created
PBS,
by.
or
It was
was it
created
network?
by some network and
Oh, okay.
sold to all the other distributors. So we didn't watch the original broadcast of that shit. I don't think we watched tapes.
Or like it would air the day after or the week after or something like that.
I don't think it was like a nationally broadcast show. Like it just like started up someplace and then they started selling episodes to other markets.
Yeah, this would be fucked up. Like, this is where robot fucking warfare becomes terrifying, is if every time you meet them, they behave completely differently and, like, way more tuned to fucking how you fight. Where you're like, holy shit, I have to change strategies every time I fight.
That's another thing Star Trek ignores, is everybody develops warp drive. Everybody develops phasers or disruptors. Everybody develops a warp conduit, whatever. It's the same technology across the board, all these different planets. You're like, well, why didn't somebody develop faster than light instantaneous travel? Or wormhole travel, or something, like hyperspace, like develop going into a different dimension to travel through. Like,
yeah, but
everybody developed warp travel?
What if warp travel distances are like your block, and you don't even give a shit about that? You can go beyond that.
Some races would completely skip over warp drive. They'd be like, oh no, we're not going to try to actually travel to places. We're just going to like travel through this wormhole. Yeah, and do a portal or something like that through space. That's how we're going to do it. But nobody does. Everyone's just like, oh no, warp drive. Nah.
Because with a warp drive, you still have to actually get there.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing with a wormhole. Like, you have to actually send a ship through the wormhole.
Yeah, but it's instantaneous.
Yeah.
Roots.
But again, instantaneous doesn't mean, like, you might have a range limit. Like, you can travel from here to there instantaneously, but you can only go 20 light years at a time.
Yeah.
And then you have to recharge your engines. And then you take another 20 light year jump. So the time frame could equal out to be the same as warp drive. It's just a different way to travel. But no, in Star Trek, everybody develops warp drive.
Yeah. See, it'd be cool if there was like a fucking applied science fucking class where you would get like smart into real practical things. Like, hey, yo, that over there, that's probably disinfectant. Or you can eat that, but you can't eat that.
You mean like common sense class?
Yeah, exactly. If you're ever in a pinch,
again, why
you use this and this and this.
Why hasn't he unburied her from the sand yet? Like, half her torso's, or half her waist is like covered.
Yeah, but what if she dies and then you gotta do twice all that work again?
Yeah, bury her again.
I just took all the sand off. Fuck, it would suck to be wrecked.
Legs, easy decision. Arms or legs? You always go for the legs. I'd much rather be in a wheelchair the rest of my life than not be able to jerk off ever again. Yeah, maybe I'm just remembering this episode, but she must come back. She's in another episode. She's doing it for me, goddamn though.
You meet a chick that's smart, you let me know.
One that could helm the Starship Enterprise.
You're looking at like a female Navy, like fucking officer. You know, the last time you will have had an idea, the day you met her.
Shit's hitting the fan, LaForge.
Yeah. It's not supposed to happen this way. I'm just supposed to go through the motions.
Well, what is he now, Lieutenant? it boggles my mind that he's the lieutenant of the flagship, and he's never taken command of a starship before.
Yeah, you think you do that at least on drill, right?
Well, I mean, like, the whole idea of the Navy is, like, an ensign can take command of a ship. He's an officer. A small ship, they'd give him command of something. If it need be. When they capture a ship or whatever, captain dies,
yeah,
they send over an ensign, or the ensign takes command of the ship. Like that, like the science ships. Like a science ship with 30, 40 people on it going to investigate some sun that has no habitable planets around it. It's not a captain commanding that ship. It's a lieutenant.
Yeah.
He's the captain of that
or
ship.
Or lieutenant commander.
Yeah, whatever. But lieutenant makes more sense to me, having 10, 20, like less than 100 people on a science vessel.
Yeah.
Like no security, fucking probably don't even have a fucking photon torpedo bay. Like, you're just going there to scan a star and then go back. You're probably not even leaving Federation space. That's the lieutenant in command of that ship.
You keep the air good.
Yeah.
And the shitter's flowing.
Everybody just assumes if you're a captain of the ship, you're a captain. Like, captain of the Enterprise is a fucking captain. Like, captain of the Titan, the cap all those fucking Excelsior classes. Like, those are all fucking captains. But anything lower than that, it's probably commander or lieutenant commander. Like in DS9, when you see all those fleets of ships going into battle, there's probably like 4 or 5 captains total in that whole fleet. The rest of them are commanders, lieutenants.
Yeah, how many races or species do you think don't poop? Or like conventional fashion?
Without a butthole.
And they would meet like
space
they got
apes.
like really they would meet like space apes. They would be like, oh, those fucking things. They shit everywhere.
But they'd have like really stinky sweat because that's how they get rid of their shit. They like sweat it out. Yeah, like buttholes are like a oddity. Like only like 5% of the species in the galaxy have fucking buttholes.
That's what the Federation is. It's all the species that go to shit that nobody else wants to deal with, so they all come together. It's the byproduct of that species that made everyone sort of the same.
Yeah. They got
huge homogenous blob.
They're the pioneers of this galaxy. They got kicked out of their galaxy because they all had buttholes. Like, get out of here. We don't want to deal with you butthole having fucking people. They're like, fine, we'll go start our own galaxy with blackjack and hookers.
Or they're like the rebel society faction that fucking is like, you can't tell these people not to exist.
Just because they have buttholes don't mean they're not people.
Or like, no, they bring the species into existence just to prove a point.
Yeah.
You guys are assholes. But let me show you how much. I'm going to create the butthole species.
How did she put that crap in her hair? Like, did she get somebody to do that? Or did she, like, stick her head in the replicator? Like...
Well, they have the barbers, remember?
Yeah, but you saying the barber did that to her? That makes less sense than her putting her head in the replicator.
They probably have a dude hairstylist in a dress.
God, that's a pretty ship.
Oh, fuck.
The Battle Bridge. Love the Battle Bridge.
Yeah, you get to see it so rarely.
Well, and it's like the only bridge in Star Trek history that is actually in the middle of the ship instead of on top of it. On the hull. It makes no sense.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to shoot through everyone else to get to us.
Where do we put the bridge? Oh, outside the hull on the most exposed area of the ship with the biggest target. Basically the bullseye of the ship. Put it there. with one layer of hull, protecting it from the harshness of space.
Oh, imagine that's how, like, during the Klingon War, that's what those birds of prey were for. They would just fucking decloak, blow the bridge apart, fucking cloak again, fuck off.
I guarantee that's a standard bird of prey move. And I don't blame them. The Federation are stupid. Why would they put a bridge there? Like, you're just asking for it.
Yeah, Klingons are like, get a load of these guys. Then again, they put theirs on the very front fucking tip. They're fucking cruisers.
I thought the
if you run into anything, you're the first thing that dies.
I saw the Defiant, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. That thing would have like 4 decks, so the bridge is gonna be like in the center of it. It's gonna be like all submarine style. Then I saw a crosscut of the fucking Defiant. It's exactly the same as any other stupid Federation ship. It's just a saucer with the bridge on top and no. It's basically just the saucer of a ship with the nacelles crammed up into it. And I was like, that. It makes as much sense as a runabout. Like, it's the tiniest little piece of crap.
Runabout on steroids.
Yeah, it makes sense if you have a squadron of them.
Yeah.
But one of them, you're like, well, okay, what are we gonna do with that? Like,
oh shit. The old I'm gonna die talk. The same thing happens to him later too. With
yeah, but
Leslie.
he has a better excuse. He's like straight up coma talk. Like, he has been hit in the head. Like,
yeah, exactly.
He's concussioned the
He's
hell
shot,
out of. Yeah. He doesn't even know where he is or what he's saying. Like, he's just babbling. She's a doctor. she should be able to handle this shit.
So after this, Picard, I'm gonna start saying really crazy things. Our people.
That's another thing that I hate when writers do. Like, this episode makes it seem like it doesn't matter how horribly you're hurt. Like, as long as you can get back to the Enterprise, like a week later you're fine. Like, they'll be able to repair you. They get modern medicine and all this shit and, like, fast-acting healing. And then they'll have an episode where they have to go out of their way to, like, break Worf's spine. And be like, it's inoperable. And you're like, what do you mean? Like, it's the 24th century. Like, she fell, like, 3 stories and landing in a puddle of fucking rocks and shit.
I don't know. I appreciate when they set limits. Where they're like, we still can't fix that. That's fine.
No. You make no limits, and then you force yourself to write well. You don't you don't put brakes on the whole premise of the show to try to fucking write a story. Like,
well, he's still careful. Or people would be so reckless.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the whole premise of the idea is we're beyond that. Medical poverty, like, we've cured everything. Like, you have to write in that way. In metaphor, in allegory. Like, that shit, like, don't tell a story about somebody actually physically getting hurt. Yeah. Make it
I guess that gives more gravitas to the whole, like, fucking, we overcame ideas like religion and creed and fucking blah.
That's the whole point. Like, because we overcame poverty and religion, our technology went so far that we don't have to worry about medical problems anymore.
Now I can talk philosophy with you right now if you like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or whatever you're interested in, I guess.
That's why the DS9 episode where O'Brien spends like 10 years in a prison, but it's all in his head, and it happens in an instant. Yeah. They program it into him. And you're like, yeah, that would that's not a physical injury, but you can't really just science that away.
Yeah.
Like, he's irreparably scarred for the rest of his life. He spent 10 years solitary confinement. Like,
in his mind.
It's a great episode. There's no battles in space, and there's no, like, it's just O'Brien dealing with this horrible fucking tragedy. That's how you get around it.
Well, it's like that fucking Black Mirror episode where they have the chick's consciousness and she's in a little egg, and they're like, "Oh, you're not ready to play yet?" Like because she's like, the personality becomes the house computer. What they do is they copy you, and then they subjugate you, but it's a copy of you, so you're subjugating yourself. But to break you, they fucking like can sentence you to fucking indefinite amounts of limbo.
At your like AI self.
Yeah.
So it's not you. It's just a copy of you.
Yeah, that's why the person in the house doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, and it's their like personal butler.
Yeah,
like AI.
but the AI
house.
The AI being has to realize that it's not real, and fucking it just has to listen and do the bidding of operating the house for the rest of its existence.
So instead of just writing a house program that mimics this, they actually
just copy you because you know all your preferences.
Yeah, but that's kind of lazy and Nazi-esque. We'll just create a completely sentient being and limit it to butlering a house for the person that we created it off of.
The point was technically it wasn't sentient.
But so it wasn't sentient?
Well, that's the question. If it's a copy of you but disembodied and not actually real, they're like, sure, they're like, see that's you in the real world.
Yeah, but that's like saying you're not you in a virtual world. You are you. That is your brain in a virtual world. It's just you're not in the real world. If it's an exact copy of you and it thinks like you and it solves problems and it just diverges from you, if it's in a virtual world, who cares? It's still a living sentient being.
Well, that's the premise. It's on which
no, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a stupid side.
Yeah.
if it's blatantly going to say that like this is another human being that is separate from the person it's copied from, it just doesn't have a body, it's in programming, then yeah, there's no question about it. That is another person, and you shouldn't shackle it and make it a house butler.
Well, that, Harrison, is what they call an ecumenical matter. You asked the Vatican about that one.
You put the work in. You write a program that simulates a butler that's real and knows you just as well, and then you make that the house butler. You don't create a completely living being with dreams and its own aspirations and then make it the house butler. That's just silly. It seems like you're going that's more work. It seems like. Because you're just creating the next...
Do you think we're the baddies?
Yeah, you're just creating the next army that's going to overthrow you. Like.
Well, I guess that would be the... Well, I don't know. They made it real clear that was never, ever going to happen. Like, it's complete subjugation. They break you. They're like, how about 1,000 years? You sit on a fucking island.
Yeah, well,
and we will not even check in on
like
you.
Like the great Dr. Malcolm said, man, life finds a way. This is science fiction. The whole point is this shit fucking goes like sideways on people.
Yeah, repercussions, man. It's the unseen ones that look at you.
Seems like she's getting more cuts on her head as the episode goes on. Like every time she passes out, Picard's going over and scratching her head. And this guy's so creepy. Doesn't matter who he plays.
So, did you see what else he did?
No, what?
Other things he did.
Oh, he was the train ghost in Ghost.
Okay.
He's, oh, you mean on IMDb?
Yeah.
No, I didn't notice anything. That's just off the top of my head. What else was he in? Was he in Taxi? No. I think I'm thinking of the Back to the Future guy. Yeah, Christopher Lloyd. I know he was the train ghost in Ghost. That's all I can really think of right now.
We're gonna go to Atmosphere of the fucking starship.
Oh, he was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He was something in Batman Returns. Oh, he's one of the Penguin's henchmen, I think.
Tomorrow Never Dies. Amadeus. I never saw that. A bunch of shit I've never heard of. He's a voice in Hey Arnold.
Oh, yeah. See, he's gonna get so many
Holy
brownie
crap.
points for this.
He was in Heat Vision and Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The ill-fated Dan Harmon pilot.
Is this how he gets his fucking promotion?
I would say he rides out the second season as a red shirt, doesn't he? As an officer still? He's not the chief engineer in the second season, is he?
Oh, he must have been so pissed that this didn't do anything for him.
Oh, this probably set him up for the promotion. Like, regardless of what happened from here till the next time they needed a promotion, he was going to get it. Like,
Yeah.
it just happened to take that long for a slot to fucking open up. Yar. He probably gets the promotion at the same time Worf does. Worf goes to chief engineer, chief security, and he probably goes chief engineer. They were really trying to follow somebody through their career from like ensign up to captain, but they never really managed to do it all the way. Nog made it to lieutenant. I think that was the best they did, from cadet to lieutenant. Well, I guess Paris got like reinstated as a lieutenant, and we saw him go up. But he probably got flushed out of Starfleet as soon as he got back to Earth.
Yeah. Yeah. People are gonna get charged.
Oh yeah.
That probably would have gone on for years. Like, they would
I
have
would
like, you
say
know
that-
what? You're all pretty well retired for a while, because this is gonna take
I
like,
would say
fucking
the
decade
only-
to clear up.
I would say the only people that survived in Starfleet after Voyager got back was Janeway. She went off to be an admiral, and Harry Kim. He probably fast-tracked to captain like real quick after Voyager, because Janeway protected
Yeah.
him. Janeway promoted him all the way up.
Because what else do you have? Maquis people? Like,
Yeah, and the rest
Federation
of,
would be like, no.
and the rest of those Starfleet,
N-O.
the rest of the people that managed to make it from Starfleet all the way back to Earth probably were like, yeah, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah.
My time is done. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go be a
I
botanist.
put my time in.
Yeah,
I want to go make pottery.
I'm part of the famous Voyager crew. All right, well, thanks again, Dave. We're 4 episodes now.
At least
Man.
that was a great fucking episode.
I didn't think we'd get through the first season this quickly.
I don't know.
That surprises
Well,
me.
I'm doing it almost every weekend.
Yeah. All right. Where's okay? Yeah. Thanks again, and you guys have a good one.